All right, World Darts Championship quarterfinals. Again, I think I got over the Leafs game, and I don't have to worry about a Leafs game till Tuesday, so that's great. But the Darts quarterfinals are starting tomorrow, so I guess they're not going to have the craziest New Year's Eve, as they have to prepare for New Year's Day. But first of all, I have to eat a crow. If I could find a crow, I'd shove it down my mouth. When it comes to Luke Littler, I did not think he would be able to perform, and to be honest with you, that was very, very impressive. Very impressive. I think RVB mentioned that he was a robot. It was a robot. The guy never missed triple 19. When he went low on triple 20, he hit triple 19 twice. It was consistent. The guy never missed triple 19. I swear to God, never missed it. It was craziness. Doubles at 50%. It wasn't like Raymond Van Barneveld was throwing junk back at him. Raymond Van Barneveld's average was over 100. Craziness. So I will eat the crow. I'm going to eat Little Crow because I didn't think he would win. And he's cost me a lot of money, so good on you, Luke, 16-year-old, taking money from my pocket. Good game, but I did lose a little chunk of change that I had made the previous day on my 5-team parlay. It's all gone. Tough break. However, the one thing I'm still concerned about is that if he loses, he's going to see that as a disappointment. He's a huge favorite against Brandon Dolan again, which I at some point the kid's got to stop. Like, Brandon Dolan just beat Gerwin Price and Gary Anderson. He should not be going in off, what's the odds? It's like minus 400 or plus 400 to win. Dolan's plus 400 to win. Let me just make sure before I start talking out of my butt. But I think the last time I checked it. By the way, when the game went off, I got RVB plus 200 against him. Dolan, he's beaten Gerwin Price and Gary Anderson. And again, let me just get his darts or the odds for you, because again, I'm not going to be betting anything on today or in the next game. I don't like what I see in terms of odds or players. Yeah, he's plus 400. Littler's minus 600 to beat. You got to wager $600 to make 100 for Littler to beat Dolan. Which is too much to me. I don't get it. He might. I think he's going to win the game, but geez. Here's the problem though with Littler. If he does lose this game to Dolan, they're going to see it as a disappointment. They're going to see it as him bottling it. That's the farthest from the truth. He should take, even if he loses tomorrow against Dolan, he should be walking away with his head held way up high. He's done something that no one else has done. He's been amazing. But you're going to have a bad day of darts. It's going to happen. He should not walk away thinking that he blew it or it's a disappointment. That's what the media's got him now. If he doesn't win this tournament, it's a disappointment. No, it isn't a disappointment. He's been entertaining. He's great for the game. But if he loses tomorrow, it's not the worst thing in the world for this kid. That's the problem with this. The same thing happened with Josh Rock. Josh Rock was going to smoke Van Gerwen, hit a 9-darter, jumped up, hurt his ankle, whatever, and he hasn't been able to beat anybody. Like, he's won some PDC tournaments, but when he plays a big player on stage, he doesn't win. He takes it as his personal slight. It's not a personal slight. Or he's choked or bottled it. Every time I hear Josh Rock bottled it, he didn't bottle it. He's freaking 20 years old. You're going to play darts players that are better than you. It's just going to happen. So again, I think he'll beat Dolan. However, again, that's what I'm concerned about. If he loses in this tournament at some point, this is not a failure. It's an amazing accomplishment is what it is. And I'm hoping the kid takes it that way. Anyways, let's get into games. Dobie Cross. Man, this is craziness. This is going to be a great game. It's your first game up. Okay. That's a great game. Actually, there's I would say 2 amazing games and 2 what could be blowouts, but this one's one of the ones that I think is going to be a crazy one. Cross is just class, and Dobie has just been amazing in this tournament. If you were to tell me before this tournament began, Rob Cross is playing Chris Dobie in the quarterfinal, I'm taking Rob Cross all day. And I still I was looking at the odds. The odds are even. You know, so what I did is actually, and I'm not joking here, I flipped a quarter because I think it's going the full 9 legs, and it landed for Dobie. So I'm going to take Dobie to win this one 5-4. Again, would not be shocked to see Cross win this one. Next game up, Luke Littler, Brendan Dolan. I think Littler wins it. Although, if I'm Brandon Dolan, Brandon Dolan's got to get a lead. One thing that Littler has not had against him is getting behind. I think it hurt Anderson. It hurt Anderson to go down 2-0 to Dolan. Dolan should have been up 3-0. But once he got the lead, he started pegging back, and Dolan was class in the last set. I mean, he was starting to ping 140s like nobody's business. Again, Dolan's not, he's been there so many times. I don't see him being affected by the kid. He's probably going to be cheering on, knowing Brendan Dolan, he's probably going to be cheering on the Littler. He'll be sitting there watching him going, yeah, perfect. He's a nice guy. So he's not going to get into there's no game. There will be nothing. That's the one thing, too, that Littler hasn't got. He hasn't got into any games with anybody. He's going to if he gets to the final. And there's a certain MVG there. He's going to find some games. But I think Littler gets ahead again. If Littler gets ahead, this one's over. I'm going to take Littler to win this one 5-2. But again, for Brandon Dolan to win this, he's got to win the first set. He's got to get up. Get up 1-0. Challenge the kid. Let the kid feel some pressure. Next game up, MVG to beat Scott Williams 5-3. Again, Scott Williams getting through was the best scenario for all of the, if Hedda got through, this would have been a disaster. It would have been MVG 5, Hedda 0. Williams will play some games with him. He'll make it entertaining. He's going to get in MVG's head. MVG's not going to enjoy playing him. It's going to be, again, I think it's going to be a really enjoyable game to watch. Because, again, Williams is just he's going to give her. He's going to let him have it. He's going to try to get under MVG's skin. Seems to work for some players. I don't know if he gets under MVG's skin, but he's certainly going to put up a fight. There's no way he's walking away from this going 5-0. Well, if he loses 5-0, maybe MVG blasts him off the planet, but he's not going to sit there and mope or nothing. He's going to still try. Where I think Hedda kind of gets into the mope stage. So, again, I think it's going to be a better game than what people are expecting. Like, minus 1,000 for MVG to win it. Again, I think MVG wins it. I'm going to take it 5-3. I think it's going to be a great game. And then I think this is going to be a great game. Humphries, Chisnell. Humphries just gone through crazy games. The Petrescu game. The Cullen game. Cullen. I will say this. I am not a Joe Cullen fan. If anyone watches the darts, I'm not a Joe Cullen fan. But I saw people say he bottled it. He absolutely did not bottle that game. He threw 2 amazing darts. Those darts just missed for the doubles. They were not bad darts. A bottle would be flinging it into, well, you could say Humphries maybe bottled it. He flinged it in double 12 for double 5. And again, at the end, they kind of all missed their doubles. But went to the last leg, and Humphries does a 12-dart leg. What do you want? Like, I don't see how Cullen bottled it. So me defending Cullen's kind of crazy, if you ask me, but I thought it was a great game. I do believe Cullen was the better player in that game, but Humphries has got through. So Humphries has got through, Petrescu being down 3-1, not being at his best against Lee Evans. He was lucky with Lee Evans. Lee Evans missed a ton of doubles. And now he's gone through with Cullen, and now he's paying his nemesis, Chisnell, who's beat him a couple times in big tournaments and European tours, and then beat him in a Pro Tour final. This could be a great game. Again, I'm just going to look at the throw. Chisnell's throw is not something that can be steady. If Chisnell gets a lead, I like Chisnell. He can stay ahead of him, but I think this game is going to be nip and tuck the whole way through. And when you get to the last leg and you got that tough dart, I don't like Chisnell's throw. It's a lot of shoulder. He can snatch it. I like Humphries' throw. So I'm going to take Humphries to win this one 5-4. Again, if you take a look at the odds, there is plus 162 for Dave Chisnell. That's pretty good. I just haven't been able to convince myself that Chisnell is going to win this game. I wouldn't be surprised. So let me say that. Not surprised at all if Chisnell wins this game, which is great. When you go to the quarterfinals, Dobie Cross, I wouldn't be surprised. Littler Dolan wouldn't be surprised. I'd be surprised if Williams beats MVG, but I wouldn't be surprised with Humphries and Chisnell. So that's good. Those are good matchups, and it'll be great for me. I'll have to get up at like 7 o'clock tomorrow to watch the darts after a New Year's Eve celebration, which by the way is very low key, which is kind of the way I like it. No Leaf game to watch this year. I think there was a Leaf game last year, but yeah, so all good. Just enjoy a little company and make sure that I get up to watch the darts in the morning. But so I like Humphries to win this one 5-4. That's what I'll take. So again, my picks: Dobie 5-4 over Cross, Littler 5-3 over Dolan, MVG 5-3 over Williams, and Humphries 5-4 over Chisnell. Hopefully we enjoy the darts. Let's see what happens. Cheers.